Yo guys, Jens here, and today I'm gonna talk about the TBC announcement. It was finally announced, um, and we are super happy about that. We are extremely happy. I had two problems, which I waited. Yesterday I made a video, but then I didn't upload it because I wanted to wait because the Twitter snuts even said it, and Twitter was kind of on point and on top of the problem, the main problem that I had, which was the release of season 2 only when Black Temple was gonna release, right? And that would have been a huge problem. But they fixed that. um, Yesterday on the Q&A. Oh, before I go, or before I start to say. So the problem was in phase one, there wasn't supposed to be any PvP season, which by itself would be, in my opinion, a huge miss, right? Because we would have been looking at least 6 months of no PvP in TBC. That was my first problem, right? Having to PvP in live for more 6 months than I wanted. Um, and Then the second problem was since tiers and seasons wouldn't be synced, right? So tier 4 wouldn't be season 1 and tier 5 wouldn't be season 2. That would be season 1 on their release date schedules. I was a bit worried about season 2 because season 2 you would see some rogues with warglaives and you wouldn't have enough resilience or stamina to offset that. Because rogues with warglaives are extremely good, obviously. And you kinda, when it was back then in TBC, you kinda offsetted that with a lot of resilience and a lot of stamina. But but they were still very good. And if you had like a season below what it was back then, so season 2 gear against rogues with warglaives, it would have been very uncomfortable for whoever wasn't playing with a rogue, right? And then you had another problem, which was a mage with Skull of Gul'dan, which is a trinket also from Black Temple, and it would have been pretty hard to beat Rogue Mage. Uh, really hard, if not impossible, if they were good, right? But uh, but they fixed that. They fixed my first problem. They fixed it instantly. Yesterday they said it on a Q&A that it was kind of instant regret once they said the release. Once they said that season 1 would come out with Tempest Keep and Serpent Shrine, right? And I'm really happy about it because it was one of my main problems first, and second, it just shows that this team it actually wants to make TBC good, right? And it wants you to have the experience, even with some changes, obviously. But it wants you to have a good experience, the experience as people lived back in the day. And back in the day, for example, not everyone was leather worker unless you were in a really like a top 10 guild. Not everyone was a leather worker, and they are gonna fix that as well. Like it's so refreshing to to see the devs respond so quickly about these kind of problems, and when you compare this to live, it's actually it's actually insane because on live you don't have the devs being this fast, right? And it makes me really happy because I know that TBC, if it fails, it's because the expansion itself people don't like it, and that's fair. It's not because the devs are completely stupid, right? Like on the live game. And I'm really happy about that announcement that PvP seasons will release with the tiers. I think it's amazing. Um, on another note, there's still a big problem with with the TBC release, and it's this one, gold. So since it's gonna be a progressive server, and you're gonna progress naturally to TBC if you want, um, there have been a lot of people asking for fresh servers. I don't think we need fresh servers. I think we need a gold reset. And we really need a gold reset because at the start of Classic there were not really bugs, but all of these kind of exploits that people knew because of private servers, right? And Blizzard actually fixed a lot of them, right? But a lot of people made a lot of gold because of it also. So it's kind of like unfortunate if you go into TBC and you have like people with gold cap in every single character. For example, there's people I bet with gold cap in every single character. They just come and buy mounts and start to sell gold or whatever degenerate thing they are thinking about it. So I think it's really important if they, and I think they will reset the gold. I would say like 1k per account would be more than fair. So you have gold for the first mount. I think the first mount costs 900, but the second mount you need to farm. And I hope they do something about it. But um, but yeah, TBC is coming, guys, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited that they are looking at the stuff that I was kind of worried. I was really worried actually, and they fixed that, and let's hope they fix the gold problem as well. But yeah, it's really, really fucking good. Now on the live game, they said that they are gonna look at some of the PvP talents. That's a good thing. Maybe if they make some of the PvP talents baseline for some classes would also be a good thing. Like these Arm for Warriors, in my opinion. It's such a no-brainer that it should be baseline, for example, and Demon Armor for Warlocks. There's a lot of Smoke Bomb for Rogues. There's a lot of stuff that I think it should be baseline, right? But I don't think they will do that. But let's see what they do with the PvP talents. And they're gonna maybe bring back PvP power. Not PvP power, but PvP gear scaling with item level scaling, right? And that's also a really good change if they do that. But um, but let's see. Um, like I said, the moment TBC comes, I think it's the moment I won't play ever live, or I won't play live ever again because it's just not for me anymore. And but I don't know. You never know. Like maybe they actually fix and they actually fix the game, right? They fix Holy Paladins. They fix all of this bullshit. And if they do fix, at least it's like 2 games to play PvP on, which is amazing. I think at some point when TBC starts to see a lot of players, especially PvPers, gravitate towards it, and I think at some point TBC will kind of be the PvP expansion. I'm really curious about it. I already said that. But I think the live game will, or the live devs will start to feel some pressure, or already start to feel some pressure to make it good in terms of PvP. Because imagine this, you're a live dev and all of a sudden you have all of these people just not PvPing in your game. It's a really bad look for the investors. They will ask, or I guess they would ask, why did so many people leave the live game for an older game? At least I would ask, right? Because it makes it feel like the live game it kind of has some problems. But yeah, I don't know. Let's see. I think the PvP item level change it's going to be really good. I think the PvP talent review it's going to be really good. And I think they are doing it because TBC is coming. Else they wouldn't. Um, Knowing these devs, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't. But yeah, guys, we are excited. Now we just need a beta and to know the release date for TVC. But yeah, guys, we are super excited. It's looking really good. World of Warcraft in terms of PvP, it's gonna be really really healthy. So yeah, peace.